Hey everyone, today I'm really excited because I'm sharing with you guys my luxury handbag collection. This is arguably one of my favorite videos to film, and it's also one of my favorite videos to watch. I spend a lot of time watching a lot of people's luxury bag collection. One of the reasons why I do that is because I like to see what is out there. Is there anything that can inspire me? Is there anything that I probably should stay away from, and all of that kind of jazz. So if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming here every week to support me. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Odette and I do fashion and lifestyle videos. And on my channel, I talk about everything from affordable fashion all the way to luxury. And in the luxury world, we mostly talk about bags. That's such a big theme. I could dabble in fashion every now and again, but it's usually bags because I just think bags are so pretty. So if these are the kind of videos that you like to watch, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you know every single time I upload. I'm going to start with the brands that I just have one item from, and then we work our way up to some of the other brands that I have multiple items from. With that in mind, I'm going to start with this bag. This is my Bottega Veneta cassette bag. And if you've watched any of my last few videos, then you would know that this is a bag that I want to sell. This bag does absolutely nothing for me. I was 100% influenced to purchase it. I don't like the way it sits on me. I love the color, but I just don't like the bag. I bought it on the pre-love market sometime last year, maybe around March, but I bought it for about, I want to say 40% of the actual retail price, which was a really good steal. But the truth is that I've worn it only once, and that time that I wore it, I had to force myself to wear it, if that's even possible. So it's a bag that I don't reach for. I think this is one of those bags that I should have bought a dupe first and see how I do with the dupe. If I liked it, then I should have gone ahead and purchased this. So this, I definitely want to sell. It's in great condition. If anyone's interested in buying, definitely let me know and I can send you pictures. But this is what this one is. Not much to say about it except that I just didn't reach for the bag and it wasn't my style. The next bag, it's one that I bought a few years ago, and I picked this one up in the Valentino sale. So in case you don't know, Valentino, the actual store itself, does sales on a lot of his bags. End of summer sales or the winter sales, so that's the December sales, they always have a lot of great items. I purchased this bag for, it was 40% off at the time. Now with the current price of the Rockstar, this was absolutely a steal. So with this bag, I occasionally reach for it. I have contemplated selling every now and again, but the reality is that I'll never find this bag at this price ever again. And this is one of those bags that the color is quite unique, and it's one of those things that you never know when you would want this type of color. I don't know if that makes any sense. Plus, I don't have anything with this color in my wardrobe. Some people would say it has run its course, but again, when I look at this bag, I think to myself, if I'm 40 or 45 or even 50, will I still reach for this bag? In reality, I absolutely would. I can see myself reaching for this bag even in my 50s. It's just one of those very fun bags. Another thing that I love about this bag is that it doesn't have any obvious logo. So unless you actually know the brand, you may not actually know that this is a designer piece. And because of that, I think it might also make a great holiday bag if you're going to certain locations, assuming that people that don't know the bag, then this would be a great bag to have to take on holiday and stuff like that. The next one that I have is from Louis Vuitton, and I kid you not, I can't believe I just have one item from Louis Vuitton. It's very shocking to me. I always thought Louis Vuitton would be something that I would have a number of items from them, but that's not the case. I only have one, and I'm talking about my pochette Métis. This is my baby. I love my pochette Métis. When I bought it, I was wearing it non-stop. Everywhere I was going, I would have my pochette Métis, and I bought it about, I want to say about 2 or 3 years ago. Since then, I do reach for it, but not as often. This for me is such a safe bag. It's such a carefree bag. At the moment, the pochette Métis is going for a lot more than what I paid for it. So this is definitely a forever bag for me. It's my only, like I said, it's my only Louis Vuitton piece. So to be fair, it's not my only Louis Vuitton piece because I do own a card holder from Louis Vuitton. One of the reasons why I love this bag is because it packs quite a bit. If I'm going out and I want to take my Kindle, I always carry this bag because my Kindle can fit in this bag, and I think there's one other medium-sized bag that my Kindle can fit inside. So if I was going for like a long journey and I felt like I was going to need my Kindle to read, I would definitely take this bag. It's well looked after, well loved. She goes with absolutely everything in my closet because I own a lot of browns and neutral clothes. So this is definitely always something that I would reach for. Another bag, and this one I probably should have started with this one, is my Coach Tabby bag. I know this is not a luxury product, it's more contemporary designer rather than luxury designer, but still I feel like she can stand toe to toe with a lot of my other bags that I own. Like, she's a special bag. What I also love about Coach is that their leather bags are actually very good quality. If they had the legacy of the likes of, let's say, Saint Laurent, maybe even Louis Vuitton or Chanel, I think their bags would be priced a lot higher than what they are. A lot of times when we pay a premium for some of these luxury brands, it's just because of the heritage that goes behind it, more so than the craftsmanship. Because if you were purely a craftsmanship type of person or purely a quality type of person, there's so many contemporary brands that you can shop from and get so much value for money. This whole pillow tabby and everything is such a brilliant idea. I haven't actually worn this one out yet, but it's definitely something that I can't wait to wear, particularly when we start getting to the spring summertime. So I purchased this one last year, and I purchased it in the US. The best place to buy Coach bags are actually in the US because they get the best discounts, plus you do get the FX rates, which are better obviously if you're living from the UK to the US. So I paid about 100 and something for this bag. At the time, actually, it had just been released and it was retailing for about 500 and something pounds. They were doing 40% off the website, and in stores they were doing an extra 20% off. In the UK, this bag wasn't included in that discount, but in the US it was. So I was able to get my hands on this bag. I had to get it. I had to get it. So this one is an interesting bag because I've had it for a few years, but I've never actually shown it on my channel because I'm still to go and, is it revive it? What do you call that thing when you're reviving an old bag? So this bag actually belonged to my mother, and it's a Versace bag. I guess it's like a lunchbox bag. It had stripes clearly, and it's nowhere to be found. So for those of you who don't know, I lost my mother about 2023, so about 23 years ago. At the time I was 13 years old. You don't need to count my age or anything. My inspiration or my love for fashion has always come from my mom because she had the best clothes. Obviously, you can tell. And so when we got older, we were going through her stuff, and I found this bag. My sister found a Louis Vuitton one, which she took, and I had this Versace one, which I absolutely love. So I do plan to take it to Selfridges because Selfridges have a revival store there where they can bring this bag back to life and do all kinds of stuff with it. So I do plan to take it to them and see what they can do for me to sort of bring it back. I like the idea of this because it just feels like she gave me my first designer bag, even though she wasn't really here to give it to me, but it does feel that way to me. Let's see, how do I open it? So yeah, open it, it looks like this. So it's like a lunchbox bag, which is great. I can find a strap for it, that's not a problem, or I can just wear it like this top handle, but I absolutely love this. I really do hope they can do something with it and sort of bring it back to life. Yeah, because it's all battered and stuff. So the final single bag that I have to share with you, and again, this is another brand that I can't believe I just have one of it. It's Fendi. The story behind this bag is such an incredible one for me. I don't think I've ever wanted a bag as much as I wanted this one, because initially I wanted it, but I was taking my time to actually go out and purchase it. The bag got sold out everywhere. If you know about this bag, then you know it got sold out quite quickly. When I was coming back from Cameroon for my wedding, we were stopping at the Turkish airport. I remember we had like a 1 hour layover between the time that I landed Turkey to the time I was supposed to leave. During that 1 hour, I ran through the airport. As soon as I was entering Fendi, I literally spotted this bag there. I said, please, can I have that bag? They wanted me to try it on. I was like, I don't have time to try it on. They ended up wrapping it up for me. The only thing I regret in being in that much haste is that I didn't get to register that I purchased this, because this was my first Fendi purchase. So it would have been nice to have that record that I purchased the bag. But at the time, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking, I need to go. I need to hurry up and I need to go. So this is this bag. She's well loved. I love wearing her all year round. I also really like pairing the bag with a lot of the colors that you see on here. So if I had, say, a blue dress, I would love to hold this bag because I think it brings out the blue a lot more in the bag. Same with yellow and all of that kind of stuff. So this is such a fun bag to have. This is the only Fendi piece that I have, and one of the reasons for that is because whenever I go into the Fendi store to look for something else, especially a baguette, I never get the same feeling that I do when I hold this bag, and so I haven't found anything better. So that's all the single branded items that I have. So I'm going to start climbing up and doing the ones that I have more than one bag. And I'm going to start with a Celine bag. Celine is going to be a brand that a lot of people would be going after this year, so probably might expect some price increase. It's pretty much the same bag. I bought both of them pre-loved because these bags are very expensive, but I paid definitely below $1,000 for this one. I can't remember, it might have been 700 and something, I've forgotten. This one, it might have been just about $1,000 or so. So this one I picked up from Fashion File, and this one I picked up from Vestel. This bag, I have used it so much. When I bought it, it listed it as good condition, but when you look at it, you can't even tell that it had a previous owner. I don't know, I just feel like you can't tell. I couldn't tell for sure when I received it. I was like, I really like the bag. But the thing about this bag in particular is that it's grain leather. So even when it ages, it doesn't age in a horrible way, for lack of a better word. And this one, what I love about this is that it has that whole, is it microfiber fabric, and then here is smooth leather. The issue with smooth leather now is that you can see some scratches on the bag, but it's not that apparent. This one I use it all the time. Well, not all the time, but I use it quite frequently, so I'm happy with this. But initially I was thinking about selling this one because I wasn't using them to work because I had to take my laptop to work. But I figured a way around it because I got myself a laptop bag. So now when I'm going to work, I hold this one to hold my other stuff like my books, maybe my heels and stuff like that. And then I have a separate bag that actually holds my laptop. So the laptop bag I'm referring to is this one. So I just put my 13-inch laptop. To be fair, a 13-inch laptop can fit in here, but you can't fit much else inside because you'd have to slant the laptop. This one, I'm no longer going to sell it because now I can wear it with a lot of my neutral outfits because of this color. You're going to see my other two work bags, which one of them is black and the other one is more of a brown color. But I don't have anything that's like a beige color, and this color combo is just extremely pretty. So this is my Celine belt bags. The next brand that we'll move into is Loewe, and I'm going to start with my most used bag of all time, which is my workwear Loewe anagram tote. I'm going to put a link to the details of this bag. I broke this bag down. To me, this is the best workwear bag. If you were ever to ask me where should you invest your money for a workwear bag, I would say forget the Neverfull. The Neverfull would not give you what this bag gives you. Definitely go and check out that video because this bag is an incredible bag. I've had it for more than 1 year now, almost coming up to 2 years actually, and this is the bag that I reach for. Despite the fact that I have my Celine bag, which I absolutely love, and my Prada double tote, I always immediately reach for this one. Like I said, if you want to find out more about why that is, definitely go and check out that link after this video. Don't do it now. But I can tell you in a nutshell that one of the reasons for that is because, first of all, this has two straps. One is a long one, and this is very easy to wear over your shoulder. If you were to compare that with the Neverfull, I find that the Neverfull is not as carefree when you're putting your hands inside. And the reason for that is that this space is not big enough. So if you had like a big coat, you would struggle to put the Neverfull over a big coat. Second reason why I love this is that you could put the straps inside and just hold it back like this. So you could wear it the crook of your arm like this, or you can wear it, you know, as a top handle bag. So that's fantastic. The other thing is the fact that the only Loewe anagram that you see is this one. When you turn it to the back, you don't see anything. So again, one of those things that if you're going somewhere and you don't want people to know you're holding a designer bag, you can hold it like this and no one would be the wiser. So this bag just has so many benefits. I have a bag organizer inside. I have some work stuff there as well. This is why I think this bag is fantastic. And just to let you know, it has a tie thing here that you can sort of put it tight like this, and so even though yes, it's not a zipper or anything like that, it's still a way of putting your bag together. The next bag that I have is my puzzle bag. Again, another bag that I don't always reach for, but it has its moments because it's an orange bag. It's my only orange bag. I can't see myself selling it. The bag that I actually wanted, I'm going to put a picture of what that is. That is actually the puzzle bag that I've wanted, and I'm still on the hunt for that one. If I do find that one, most likely I would sell this one. And this is the older version as well, because this is the one that has the feet. What has sort of stopped me from selling this is because, again, similar to a lot of the other bags that I buy pre-loved, I bought this one pre-loved for about a fraction of the price. It was for about $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't get better than that with this Loewe tote because this is a small size. You're not going to find a Loewe small size. Where the pre-loved on sale for that price, because the actual retail price of Loewe has gone up, which means that the resale price also increases. So because of that, I am not too keen on selling this one, and because I know I do like the shape of the bag, I think it's quite a unique bag. Again, it's one of those bags that you can take on vacation because it doesn't have a shouting logo. The logo is right at the top here, but again, if someone doesn't actually know what the Loewe anagram looks like, you're not going to know this is a designer bag. It just looks like any other bag. You can hold it top handle and you can hold it with a strap. The strap is detachable. So the next bag I want to talk about is my Prada. It's my Prada bags. I have two of those. I think for a lot of these designers, I tend to have two, which is a good number. But I have two, and one is my work bag, which is my Prada double tote. Love, love, love this bag. I bought it from Fashion File. Paid less than $1,000 for this, by the way. This retails for 3,300. No, more than that. I think it's 3,500 or 3,800 because this is the medium size, but I paid for this for less than $1,000. Prada is one of those bags that there's really no point buying it full price, especially the double totes and some of the other bags, because their resale price is very, very good. Like, it's one of the best on the markets, to be honest with you. One of the things I love about this bag is that it has two compartments. and so it makes it easy for you to put your stuff when you're going to work. So I typically put my laptop on one side, and then the other side I could put like maybe a bottle of water, my pair of heels if I want to put my pair of heels inside. A lot of things can go inside here, and I love it as well because you can either hold it same like either in the crook of your arm or top handle, or you can hold it on your shoulder. I typically like to wear it on my shoulder. So yeah, so this is what this one is. Obviously has the Prada logo there. The final Prada bag that I have is this supposedly limited edition. Yes, this was supposed to be a limited edition, but obviously with most brands, when people like stuff, they always bring it back. This bag has a very interesting history because the week after I decided to purchase it, it went up to 1,300. So I went ahead and purchased the bag. So this was early last year, it was about a year ago. And then I went to Prague and I saw this bag and I was super excited because I knew that if I purchased it, I could get first of all, I would get the advantage of the FX rate. So that's basically the conversion from pounds to euros. I would get that. And I'll also be able to get it tax-free because obviously I live in the UK. So I purchased the bag and I was able to knock off a couple of £100 for it. So this bag, it has that history for me. It's like my souvenir from Prague. I absolutely love it. It's one of those bags that you can wear during the day, you can wear during the night as well. These bags, I mean, I don't know about now, but definitely the time I was trying to purchase it, it was going for about 2,000-3,000 on the pre-loved market. Like, come on, that's just ridiculous. And in my mind, I was like, what do you mean 2,000-3,000 when this is less than 1,500? Like, come on. That's the thing about me. I'm never really willing to spend so much on the pre-loved market, especially when I know what the real price is. I'd rather wait and get lucky, or I just forget about it and fall in love with something else. This is definitely a forever bag for me. I can see myself in my 50s going for like a night out with girls, with the ladies or whatever. And holding this bag, or I can see myself going to Broadway and holding this bag. I just think this bag is a fantastic option. I don't have too many items that are silver, but I love the fact that this is as jazzy as it is, because it would easily elevate any outfit depending on how you style it. So I'm nearly there. I have three designer houses to share, and then one. Next one is one of my favorite luxury houses now, which is Dior. So I'm going to start with my latest purchase, which is this gorgeous mini bobby bag. I love this bag so much. I got this for myself for Christmas. It's just the perfect bag for me. I have contemplated this bag since last year. This is the Jardin d'Hiver print, and this one was released, I believe, September of last year. My main concern with this one was the space, because it doesn't fit a lot. I would put a link in the description to what I got for Christmas video, because in that video I talk a lot about this bag, and I do a trial, and I also do a what fits in my bag kind of thing, just to show you what goes inside. My main concern about this one was essentially what I'll be able to carry, all the stuff that I really want to carry, and the reality is that I can. My phone can fit inside, okay, it just depends on what else I want to put inside with it, and I do carry quite a bit. So I love this bag. It's such a perfect bag for me. The Bobby line is one of their newest styles. I'm not sure what year they released it in. Most likely I think 2 years ago where they released the Bobby line. Now the thing about Dior is that they don't hold their resale value. But the thing about Dior as well is that they release a lot of special pieces. And a lot of times when people purchase special pieces like this one, it's hard for you to see it on the pre-loved market. I have seen the mini bobby, which is this bag, the all-white version, on the pre-loved market many times, but I've never actually seen this print. If you ask me to sell any of my bags, I can sell quite a handful of them, but this wouldn't be among the top 10 that I pick to sell, just because it's quite unique. I tend to like unique pieces. So one thing that Dior is very, very good at is doing special pieces. And if you ever wanted to buy yourself like a birthday present or something very special, I would definitely say check in Dior, because they release seasonal prints and a lot of their staple lines. Next bag that I have for you guys, and this one, she sits in here. She's not on display. So it's this one. This is the one that I got for my 35th birthday. Very, very special present indeed. It's this Lady Dior one with the pearl charms. This is the pearl charms that you have here, and it's this. This is really a special occasion, because even when I talk about this bag, I never bring it out. I always just refer to one of the old videos that I filmed when I was unboxing it. So I got this for my birthday. Again, I can leave a description to the actual video where I detail the bag and I talk about the bag, how I got it, etc. This is one of their special pieces, and I believe only 5 of them were sold in the UK. Again, that's the thing about Dior. you would not find this on the pre-love market, because again, someone who purchases this is because they really like the bag. That's the bag. I absolutely love it, and even though it's a special piece, I also wanted to get something that was also easily wearable, so I can wear this at night, but I can easily wear this during the day as well. These are like beads that have been woven together on top of this leather fabric here. So this is this one. What I genuinely don't like about the bag is this, if you see, it can't go all the way down, and so when I wear it crossbody, the handles are up like that and it sits just under my boob, which is a bit weird. And I know it sounds ridiculous, because when you look at this bag, you don't think to yourself, oh yeah, wear crossbody or whatever, because it is such a ladylike bag. When you wear something crossbody, it gives it a very casual feel, and this clearly wasn't designed to be worn casual. But anyway, this is the bag I got for my birthday. Dior is one of those brands that doesn't hold its retail value. So if you ever wanted to shop from Dior, I would say always check on the pre-love market, unless you're looking for a special piece. If you're looking for a special piece, then you're probably not going to find it on the pre-love market. But if you're looking for one of their standard colors or lines, for sure you would find it at a good price on the pre-love market. So I have two more brands to share with you. That's YSL and Chanel. Those are the brands that I have the highest amount of bags in. I believe they're actually tied, which is great because I do love Saint Laurent. So I'm gonna start with Saint Laurent, and I'll start with the first Saint Laurent bag I ever got, which is my Kate bag. This bag, I do not reach for it at all. I don't. But I'm not gonna sell it because it's such a classic bag. If I ever wanted to go to a wedding and I wasn't sure what to wear, or if I felt like I want to wear something simple, is this bag. I mean, one of the reasons why I don't reach for it is because I don't typically wear a lot of silver hardware. Granted, my earrings are silver. This is probably one of 3 silver earrings that I own. Most of the earrings that I own are gold or gold plated. That's another reason why I don't think I reach for this bag that often. But in my mind as well, I always just feel like this is a very garden party type of bag. It's not too big, it's not too small, it fits nicely in the palm of your hand. You can hold it like a clutch, even though it's not really a clutch, but you can also obviously have it like this. So this for me is just one of those bags that I feel like if I sold it, I would regret it. Plus I picked this bag up for about, I think it is 600 or 800 pounds from Bicester Village, the Saint Laurent outlet store in Bicester Village. And if you were to go to Bicester Village now, this probably retails for about 1200 or so, and that's the discounted price, right? So it doesn't make any sense for me to sell this bag. If I were to sell this bag today, actually, I would make money from it, because first of all, it's in very good condition. I still have the box, the dust bag, everything that comes with it. And on the pre-love market, it retails for over £1,000, and I paid less than £1,000 for it. It's made up of grain leather. It's like embossed leather, so because of that, it doesn't easily scratch or anything like that. The only thing I want to mention is that I remember when I purchased this bag, about maybe a month later, there was a thread that started hanging out. Because I bought it in store, I went to Saint Laurent here in London, and they were able to send it away for about 3 or 4 months and repair it and bring it and give it back to me. So honestly, that's the one thing that sometimes before I buy on the pre-love market, I really think about what I'm getting, because the reality is that if something happens to the bag, you can't just walk in the store and say, hey, can you please fix my bag? But if you buy it in store, you can always do that because they do have you on the system. The next bag that I have to show you is my mini Loewe bag. If I was running down to the store to run some errands, this is the bag that I reach for. When I have kids, I can imagine myself having the baby bag, had the kid in the stroller, and having this crossbody, because it's just such a carefree bag. You don't have to worry about it. It is grained leather, so it's quite resistant as well. It's just an easy peasy bag. I'm so glad that I picked it up in this color, because it's one of those colors that goes with a lot of things in your closet. Now this bag retails for over £1,000. I paid about 700 and something for this, so yeah. So the next bag that I have is my all black bag. I picked this one up from Farfetch. I absolutely love this bag. I actually wish I picked it up in the small size, and I'll show you the small size in a second because I do have that. But I wanted a different size because I wanted a different feel. I mean, this bag does have a little bit of scratch on it, but because it's black, it's not that obvious. It's a very carefree bag. It's a bag that you can sort of transform because the straps are detachable. I even have this strap that I picked up when I was purchasing a bag from Zara. I actually purchased the bag because it had this chunky chain on it, which I thought was incredibly amazing. Really, it's quite heavy as well. So a lot of times when I'm going out at night and I don't want to have this chain, I have this one instead, and I wear it as a shoulder bag. So I do like that. This bag is one of those bags that I definitely reach for occasionally. It's definitely a forever bag for me. I can't see myself selling it because it's one of those versatile pieces. You can wear it casually with this strap. You can wear it as a clutch. You can see it just fits in the palm of my hand quite nicely. You could also wear it with the gold strap, chain strap that I showed you. It's all black. It's smooth leather. It's a very carefree bag in my opinion. I absolutely love this bag. I don't reach for her as much as I used to because I have other bags obviously, but this is definitely a favorite of mine. I'm never going to sell it. I forgot on what birthday I purchased this one, but I purchased this one for my birthday definitely. And I remember I purchased it just after the price increase, but I purchased it for the price that it was before the price increase because I got it from Essence. And when the price went up, I think this was probably a couple of days after, Essence still had this at the original price. So today this retails for about 2 grand something. I paid about a grand 100 for this bag. So it's crazy to me that today the price of this is double. I don't get it because the quality is the same. So I'm very happy that I picked this up at the time that I did, because at today's price I think that that's just a little bit much for me for this bag. It's always hard when you know what the original price of the bag was when you were looking at it versus what it is today. Remember I said for my pochette métis, I usually take it when I want to take my Kindle with me. This is the other bag as well that my Kindle can fit inside. It is quite a big bag in my opinion. It can carry quite a lot, but it's just a great bag to have. If I had this in the all black version, I would be so happy because I do love this. I do reach for this quite a bit. I think this was amongst my top 5 most used bags of 2022. This is definitely a favorite of mine. I can't ever imagine myself selling this. And the final bag, which is my newest purchase, and this one I'm gonna link a video to it because I picked it up from eBay. So eBay, I use the eBay authenticator method. I've wanted a white bag for a very long time. This bag retails for about is about 1.9 now or 1.7. I've forgotten because I know that they increased their price. I picked this one up for about a grand from eBay. I actually reduced the bid because she was asking for about 1,500, and I was just like, does it come with a box? She said no. I said, does it come with a bag? She said no. I said, well, then I'm not going to pay all of that for it. You know, I managed to get a good deal on this one. Really good quality. It does feel like the real thing because I have tried on the real thing in store, but the bag is in really good conditions. There's no discoloring. It has like a little scratch here that you can sort of see, but because it's white or off-white, it's not that obvious. And it's my first time shopping through them as well. They were really, really good. Again, I would link a video of how I explained everything, how I got it, what I used, what I found, and everything around this bag. I'll explain that to you. I haven't worn her out yet. I'm super excited to wear her out because yeah, I think she's fantastic. Also, I've tried this a lot of times in the store, so me deciding to pick this up, it was just about opportunity because I don't know where I'll ever see this bag for that price again. A lot of the other ones that I've seen on the pre-loved market are a lot more expensive than what I paid for this. So I think I got lucky and I'm just really happy about it. I just have 5 more bags to show you, and they're all from Chanel. I'm gonna start with my first ever Chanel purchase, which is from the 21P collection. And it's this bag in I don't know if this is the caramel color. I believe this is the caramel color. Gorgeous bag, business affinity. It's crazy that my first Chanel purchase was a business affinity. I am so glad that I picked this up. I remember at the time this was the last one in the store. Business affinity is one of those Chanel bags that is so underrated. If you wanted an entry-level Chanel bag, I would say go for this one. You can hold it top handle. Obviously the chain would be dangling down. The chain is not detachable, but you could also wear it crossbody or on your shoulder. I typically wear it crossbody. One of my favorite purchases of all time. It fits quite a bit. As you can see, it does have a huge opening. This is in this. Is this a small or mini? Chanel always changes their sizing, but I believe this is now called the mini. I think this is now called the mini. It's their smallest size anyways. The price of the business affinity doesn't increase that much. Like I mentioned, it's one of their affordable lines as far as Chanel affordability goes. Another thing to mention as well is that it does come with feet. It's made with caviar leather, and so there's a little bit of that resistance that you get through. Personally, I'm a huge lambskin leather fan because I think when it comes to color, lambskin is better. It brings out the color a bit better. But I do love this one in caviar, and this is such a carefree bag for me. My next Chanel purchase was one of my favorite bags of all time. If I could sell everything and leave one bag, it would probably be this one. And that's my Chanel 19 bag. It's such a carefree bag as well. I believe this is goat skin that's made out of. It's quite durable. I have never felt the need to baby this bag. The only thing that I've done that sort of protects it is that I have the stuffing inside, and I have an insert to protect the bag. That's the only thing that I've done for this bag. So after purchasing this one and after seeing how successful it was, I did think about buying another 19 bag, but I have not found anything that is as good as this. And I always just said to myself, what's the point buying a bag if it's not going to be at least like this or better than this? The bag that I feel like I missed out on, and maybe I can find on the pre-loved market, is the fabric version of the 19 bag. So when I went to purchase this one, I was also shown the 19 bag. It looked like it was made out of wool, and it was like in a dark gray color. I absolutely love that bag. I was so in love with it. It was hard for me to decide whether I should pick up that one or this one. But I said to myself, you know what, if it's raining, not that I would take my bag out in the rain, but rain can catch you out in the UK. I said, if it's raining, what would I wish I was holding? And the reality is this one. And I have not regretted picking up this one over the other one. I just wish I could pick up the other one as well. The next bag that I purchased after that, this is probably my only regret when it comes to Chanel purchases, and my regret is because I paid overpriced for this. So this is my Pearl Crush in the black one. This is definitely an impulse buy, and I bought this from Celine at the Knightsbridge branch. I paid over retail for this. I don't even want to tell you how much over retail, but when I think about it, my body shakes. I know if I was to sell it today, I would probably get the money that I spent on it. But I remember a few days after I got home, I thought about, I went online to find out how much actually this one cost. And when I discovered the price, I was just like, no way, this is ridiculous. I was a bit upset about that, but I also blame myself for not researching the actual price before actually paying for it. So that's on me completely. And another thing as well is I don't typically reach for this bag that often. I mean, I got this with a full set. This actually is part of their plaque series, so that's the one that has the RFID tag. Yeah, you can sort of see the tag, but that's the RFID tag, and it's, I think they introduced this, was it in 2022. The thing about this bag is I don't often reach for it because if you've seen my bags, I don't have that many black bags. The only black bags that I really own are my work bags and obviously the Loewe puffer bag, which is kind of it was something that I really wanted. That for me was kind of a special purchase because I wanted a bag with a so black look, so that was kind of the one that I went for, and I don't own any bag that is like that. This one, like I said, I don't really reach for it, but the reason why I haven't sold it is because I feel you always need a black and gold bag in your closet. Obviously this one fulfills the need of a black and silver bag kind of, but black and gold, you kind of need one. The next bag, which is arguably my most used bag of 2022, is this bag. She is an absolute gorgeous top handle, incredible bag, so pretty. I usually always said I would always buy one of each style, and as you can see, that's been the case so far. I don't really have a duplicate style in my collection. But this is an exception. Well, except for the Celine one. I think Celine, I have the same exactly one, but just different shades. But with this bag, I want this in different colors because this bag is just incredible. It's the prettiest bag ever. I use it all the time. It's my most used bag of last year. It's just such a beauty. I love using it all the time. It fits my phone, and my phone is quite big, and also I put my portable charger in there as well. This is made out of lambskin, and I haven't had any scratches, at least no visible scratches with it. What I love about this bag the most is the colors, a forest green color. The hardware is champagne gold, but it does look like silver because the backdrop is forest green. This is literally my top 3 bags in my closet. The final bag that I have to share with you is literally a bag that sits in a dust bag. Well, besides my Dior, this is the other bag that pretty much sits protected all the time. And it's this Chanel bag, which the story of me finding this bag is incredible. But it's one of my favorite bags as well. Obviously, during this colder months, she doesn't come out. But during the spring, summer, I would be rocking her non-stop. It's obviously a double flap, medium double flap. Special piece. I can wear her with a lot of different colors. One thing that you would have noticed about my collection is that I am kind of a collector of special pieces. Not every single piece is a special piece, but I do have a number of them that are quite unique, like you would not find them on the market today, because I see my bags as forever. I don't really see them as me purchasing to sell them. You have this one, that's a special piece. You have this one as well, and you have my Dior one as well, and you have the other one that I've put back in the box. So I do try to collect pieces that are quite unique, and I know I would wear them non-stop. And the thing about this bag is that it was first released in the 18C collection. This bag is so special because I hunted for this bag on the pre-loved market and I couldn't find it. So I ended up picking it up in Chanel boutique in Harrods. And I remember asking them, how come this bag is, you know, is out here on sale, because this was released for the 18C collection. And usually Chanel does not repeat, especially when it comes to special pieces like this. They don't tend to repeat it exactly the same. There's one that they released last year, which is similar to this, but it's not exactly the same. and they said that it's because the color of the year last year was purple, and so they found this in the warehouse and it made sense that they bring it out and sell it. So that is my entire collection, and it's a lot more than I thought it was. I've gotten to a point where I really don't want to be buying any more new bags. If I'm buying a bag, I should be selling another one, because I really have a lot and I don't wear all of them. If you saw my wish list for this year, it's not heavy on the bag front, is actually very light on the bag front, because that's what I want to start doing. I want to really curb my purchases, and I don't want to purchase as many bags as I used to before, because yeah, I already have enough, and I have a range of colors as well that allows me to wear with a variety of clothing items. That's it for my video. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more of this kind of content, and also follow me on my social media, because a lot of times when I style my outfits, I definitely wear it with these bags. And if you want to keep watching more of my videos, I'm going to leave 2 recommendations here for you. One of it is probably going to be my 2023 wish list. You're going to also see my most and least used bags of 2022. In the description box, I'll leave all the unboxings that I have for the different bags that I show you, in case you wanted to find out more about them. Definitely go and check it out. Thank you for watching to this point, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.